Should I throw the ball at him or should I throw the ball to him? My name is Jen, and today we're going to take a look at how prepositions can change the meaning of your sentences. Today, let's take a look at 7 pairs of sentences that are correct, but the preposition will change the meaning of these sentences. So in the introduction, you could hear me say, should I throw the ball at him or should I throw the ball to him? Both of these sentences are correct in English. However, the preposition changes the meaning of the sentence. If I throw the ball to someone, I'm throwing the ball because I want them to be able to catch the ball. Throw the ball to him, he will catch the ball and throw it back. It's a friendly thing. But if I throw the ball at him, I am maybe very angry and upset, and I really don't want him to catch the ball. I want him to go away. So throw the ball to him and throw the ball at him. Next, please take a look at these 2 sentences. I shouted at him and I shouted to him. Both of these sentences are also correct in English. However, the preposition to and at are changing the meaning. So for example, I shouted to him. Maybe he has trouble hearing and he is across the street and I want him to be careful. So I'm going to shout to him, be careful, look out, there's a car coming. I'm shouting to him. But if I change the preposition to, if I change that preposition to at, I shouted at him, means that I am angry at him and I want to get my point across by yelling at him, right? So, what do you think you're doing? What's wrong with you? Can't you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm shouting at him. So shout to and shout at both have different meanings. Next, please take a look at these 2 sentences. I want to get back to my boss and I want to get back at my boss. In this case, again, whether you use the preposition to or at, your meaning will be completely different. So, the first example, I want to get back to my boss means my boss has sent me maybe an email or has called me or sent me a text message and I need to respond to my boss. Okay? So respond to my boss, I need to get back to my boss. Get back to my boss. But the second one, get back at my boss. Okay? If you get back at someone, it means that they have done something wrong to you. They've done something that has maybe hurt your feelings or made you feel upset. So you want to get back at them by doing something mean to them, right? So maybe every day my boss, can you work overtime? Can you do this extra work? Sorry, I'm really busy. I can't. No, do this work, right? So I'm getting all of this stress and pressure from my boss. I'm gonna get back at my boss by doing something really mean to her, like calling in sick the day of my important presentation. Please do not get back at your boss. Please get back to your boss. Take the toy in the bedroom versus take the toy into the bedroom. In the bedroom and into the bedroom are the 2 different prepositions here, and they are changing the meaning of the sentence. In the first example, take the toy in the bedroom. It's like I'm telling someone, here is the toy. It's in the bedroom. Please take that toy from the bedroom. Take the toy in the bedroom. I am modifying which toy. There are many toys. Take the toy in the bedroom. Don't take the toy in the living room, okay? But in the second sentence, take the toy into the bedroom. Here is a toy. I don't want it lying around my house. It's making a mess. Please take the toy into the bedroom. Into is modifying where you're going to take the toy, okay? So take the toy in the bedroom is specifying which toy you're gonna take. This toy, the one that was in the bedroom. Versus take the toy into the bedroom. I have a toy. Where should I put it? Where should I take it? Take it into the bedroom. I'm crying because when we heard the news, we broke up. Or I'm crying because when we heard the news, we broke down. Both of these sentences seem to have similar meanings, but they are different, okay? So, break down, usually as a phrasal verb, means something electronic has stopped working. I have to take the bus to work because my car broke down, right? So the car is no longer working. So, many people get break down and break up confused. Break down has a second meaning. The other meaning of breakdown is when someone becomes very overwhelmed with emotion and they just start crying and they lose control of their emotions, right? So maybe I suddenly hear some very sad news. I'm breaking down into tears. I can't control my emotions anymore. I'm having a breakdown. I'm breaking down because of all the emotions, okay? So, when we heard the news, we broke down means the news was just so shocking and terrible and upsetting. We lost control of our emotions and we just started crying. The other sentence, when we heard the news, we broke up, yeah, maybe I'm crying because we broke up. Okay? The expression to break up with someone means that you are in a romantic relationship. It's only used for romantic relationships. You're in a romantic relationship with someone and they say, I think we should take a break. I think we should see other people. I think we should break up. We no longer are going to be a couple. We are no longer going to be in a relationship together. So my boyfriend and I broke up. We are no longer dating. I'm a single woman and I might be sad about it. Okay? So when we heard the news, we broke up. Our relationship finished. Versus when we heard the news, we broke down. We lost control of our emotions. Our next two expressions are connected to time. On time versus in time. These two expressions are very similar, but the meaning is actually slightly different. So take a look at these two sentences. I arrived at the hospital on time versus I arrived at the hospital in time. The meaning between these two sentences is slightly different. In the first sentence, I arrived at the hospital on time means that there is a scheduled time, a planned time, a prearranged time that I'm supposed to be at the hospital. I have a doctor's appointment with my doctor at 8:15 Friday morning. I get to the hospital 8:15 Friday morning for my appointment. I am on time. I arrived at the time that was arranged and planned. In the second sentence, in time, the meaning is different. I arrived at the hospital in time is not a scheduled or planned event. It means that I made it to the hospital barely in time or just in the nick of time, some people say. There's not much time to spare, right? So maybe I'm having a medical emergency and I need to get to the hospital fast. This is not planned or scheduled and I'm going to die if I don't get to the hospital. Whoosh! The paramedics get me there and they get me to the hospital in time so that the doctors in the emergency room can save my life. So I got there barely, just in time before something happened, okay? So I arrived at the hospital in time, safe, I'm alive. I arrived at the hospital on time, my doctor will not be angry. The last pair of sentences that we're going to look at today is I gave up candy for Halloween versus I gave out candy for Halloween. So, if you give up something and give out something, it has two different meanings. Okay? So, to give up something means that you quit. You stop completely. You no longer do it. Oh, I love candy, but I'm not going to eat it anymore. Ever again. I gave up candy. In the second sentence, I gave out candy for Halloween means that children are knocking on my door, trick or treat, and I'm giving them some candy. Oh, here you go, have some candy. I'm passing out candy or handing out candy. Okay? So pass out, hand out, give out candy means to distribute candy. If I gave out candy for Halloween, I'm giving it to people. I gave up candy for Halloween, I am not going to eat any candy. So I can give up candy and give out candy at the same time, but the two sentences do not have the same meaning. So today, we took a look at 7 pairs of sentences where the preposition changed the meaning of the sentences. So when you're making your sentences, even though prepositions are very small words, they do make a big difference. If you have any questions about prepositions, please let me know in the comments below. Speaking of questions, now it's time for Question of the Day. Today's question is, what mistakes have you made with prepositions? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it useful, please don't forget to hit subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Mina, 勉強頑張ってね! じゃあね!